But we're presetting our weight. And stay on that left side just like that. Don't need to move it, just stay there. That's going to allow you to come in a lot cleaner. So you're going to feel the shot without seeing the shot.
Okay.
Okay, that feel pretty good?
Yeah, contact felt pretty good.
Well, just one of your best shots. Visual information is almost worthless to you. Feeling the shot is much more important. All the muscles that are executing this shot have a direct role in creating the feeling. They have an indirect role in creating the look, the visual flight. And so focusing on their direct role is going to produce a lot more good shots. Good. You need to become extremely comfortable and confident with keeping your weight on that left side throughout the swing. Never let 1 ounce of movement go to the right side. Stay on your left, one-legged golfer. Hitting the ground with the bounce of the club and not the leading edge is very desirable. So now you're exposing the bounce of the club. That was a nice little clip. You see how much higher that goes. We're going to take a look at your technique for chipping. On the left is the little short chip that we started with, and this was before I made any adjustments in your technique. And we're going to kind of compare it to what Tiger does when he hits little chip shots. First of all, let's one of the things that I like is you have nice extension in your arms. I also like the fact that you set up with this angle here, back of your right hand. You can see how we call that the flying wedge, that the back of the right hand should be angled backwards in the setup and through the shot. The thing I like is that you have your hands in front of the golf ball, just like Tiger does. So that's all very good. Tiger does have his feet a little bit closer together, and later in this session with you, I had you start hitting some shots with your feet closer together. Now I'm going to go ahead and start Tiger's swing. I'll put a circle around his head. I want you to notice how stable he keeps his upper part of his body as he goes through here. Now the person filming this, move the camera a little bit, but we're going to get some sense of how he keeps his head fairly still. You can kind of look at that tree in the background. So as he gets into contact and through the ball, he does not fall backwards. His head stays right where it is. Even when he turns, he's not lifting. The tilt in his spine, the posture remains fixed. So he's not lifting his spine up. He's turning to look, but he's not lifting to look. Let's now look at your action as you take it back. You keep your head fairly stable and your posture and tilting your spine fairly locked in and stable as you come through. But as you have a tendency to kind of fall backwards and raise up quite a bit. And so you lift up a little bit, almost trying to help the ball go high, and you end up kind of falling backwards a little bit. The other important comparison between your chipping action and Tiger's, I want to go back to the discussion I had about this angle behind the back of the right hand. It's important that you hold that angle through the shot, and you had a tendency to kind of lose that angle as you kind of flipped that right hand into the ball. Here's another view, a little better view of Tiger, a little bit more face on, and I want to focus again on that he does stay down, but also want to focus on, and he holds that angle. Now he'll lift a little bit. This is a little bigger swing, but it's a small little lift, and it's not much. Just his head comes up a little bit, but it always stays forward. When he gets to this position, if you look at where his hip is way outside that front foot, and that his legs are angled toward the target. He's really set himself strong on that left side. And as we look at as you come through, you have a tendency, in fact, you can see how that left knee pops backwards a little bit. And so your hip really is still right on top of the foot. Tiger does a little bit more pressing toward that target. It really stays on that left side. His feet are a lot closer together, well, a few inches closer together than yours. He also he still maintains this angle here, a little bit in the back of his hand. As he's coming through, right there, you can see how he really, through impact, he's really locking that right hand down. He's not flipping the club head past his hands. Right there. And you've lost your angle a little bit. Now, there'll be certain types of shots where you want to flip the club head through, more of a flop shot type, but almost like a bunker shot. But for the shots that we were hitting, the shorter shot and the second shot, you want more of this hinge and hold. Now, we didn't work on this technique, and we will so in the future. But it's part of the pieces that we still need to build into your short game. Now, here we are later in the session, toward the end of when we were working on chips and pitches. I'd moved the ball a bit more forward in your stance so that you could use the bounce of the club. Also, we had worked quite a bit on the feeling of staying heavy on that left side and not rocking to the right. You do a really good job here as you come through impact right there. You can see how your hip is way outside that front foot, how your legs are angled toward the target like Tiger was. So this was a much better position, impact position, than you had earlier in the session. So that's really a good improvement right there. You also stayed down longer through the shot. This is after we had done those feel the shot before you see the shot. We've done some drills earlier where you were focusing on feeling the shot before you see the shot. And that work has carried over to this pitch shot here. You're still doing look at how well you're staying down right here. You're not trying to lift your body up and look real quick. That ball is going straight up. It's almost, it's right there. It's just, that ball is going straight up. So very